What is up, everybody? It is HomiesOfMars back in the day with another video. And today we're going to be talking about the Archer and the Huntress and what are the differences between them. My last video I got the most comment, and everybody was wanting to see the Archer versus the Huntress. So this is actually my first video of me comparing any sort of class. So lately we've done weapon comparisons, we've done ability comparisons, we've done armors comparisons, and we've done ring comparisons, and now we're doing pretty much the last thing you can really compare, I guess. I guess there's other things, but this is really the last thing you can compare in the game. So let's go ahead and start off, and let's go ahead and talk about the Archer. Now, the Archer is a very nice DPS class with a really pretty good average range. It's not like the most range in the game, but it definitely isn't the least. Okay, so the Archer wields a bow. The Archer has leather armor, and the Archer's ability is a quiver. Now, the quiver is basically, whenever you shoot the ability, it basically shoots an arrow where you're pointing. And the quiver has 15 range, which is really nice. So really, if you see it, you're going to hit it. Now, the quiver it's odd a little bit. It's one of those abilities that changes over tiers. So tier 1 through 3, the quiver will slow the enemy and do damage. And then tier 4 through 6 will paralyze the enemy. So it's kind of weird and broken up. I don't think there's anything else. I don't think there's any other ability like that where it kind of changes over tiers. And then of course the UT item for the quiver is the Quiver of Thunder, which dazes the enemy. You'll see in a minute, how dazing works. So basically, dazing is almost like a stun, but not exactly. It's like half. So it takes how many shots the enemy shoots out. So if the enemy shot out 6 shots every time it attacked, it would only shoot out 3. If you think about a Ghost God, if it shoots out 7, which I'm pretty sure it does shoot at 7, it still only shoots out 3 because it halves the shots it shoots out. And if it's 3.5, which is 3.5 plus 3.5 is 7, then it reduces back down to 3. It doesn't round up, it rounds down. Which is why Oryx's shotgun, even though he shoots out only 3 shots or 3 lines of stars, he'll only shoot out 1 line of star whenever you daze him because it rounds down. So that's just a little quick tip. But as you can see, you can also see the stat maxes for the Archer. The Archer has it has 75 attack. You obviously have 25 defense. The only thing it doesn't have 25 defense is the Knight. It has 50 dexterity, it has 50 speed, 40 vitality, and then it has your 50 wisdom, and then 700 health, and 252 mana. So the nice thing is you got 75 attack, which is really nice, and the Doom Bow is one of my favorite UTs in the game. But the Archer is a really good class, and it's basically exactly like the Huntress. Now, here's the thing about the Huntress. The Huntress is basically an Archer, but really weird version of the Archer. The Huntress still uses a bow, still uses leather armor, but instead of a quiver, it uses a trap. Now, as you can see here, the trap basically is an area of effect ability. It's like the assassin mixed with it's really weird. It slows enemies. All the traps slows enemies except for the UT trap. Tier 1 through 6, the trap will slow the enemy. Basically, every time you go up a tier, the trap will use a little bit more mana, and the range will get bigger and the damage will get higher. And each trap stays out for the exact same time. So basically what happens is, whenever you launch this trap, if there's no enemies around it or in it, it will stay there for, I think, I can't even remember. It's a couple seconds. Man, I should have looked this up. But the trap will stay there for a certain amount of time, and if an enemy doesn't run over it, then it just explodes pretty much, I guess. And but if an enemy was to happen to walk into the trap would activate, and then it would do damage to the enemy. It also give the enemy it would slow the enemy if you're using a tiered trap. But if you're using the untiered trap paralyzes the enemy, which, in my opinion, the untiered trap is really a nice trap because I feel like paralyzing could be more useful in certain situations than others. The only time paralyzing really isn't more useful is whenever you're in a tomb and you're facing Geb, and Geb's going really, really fast in the circle, and if you slow him, then it makes the trap really nice because you can have him run into the trap. But that doesn't mean the trap is better than the quiver. In fact, I would probably pick a quiver always over a trap for this one reason. You see, the quiver, whenever you look at a quiver, it always gives, well, the higher tier quiver, like the tier 6 quiver, it gives you a 5 dexterity boost. With the trap, the highest tier trap, the tier 6, it doesn't give you any dexterity. It just gives you, the normal wisdom and vitality, which most tier 6 abilities do, which is stupid. I don't know why. I love the fact that whenever I get on an archer, I can have like 60 dexterity if I'm using the tier 6 quiver and I have Hider on. So that's like plus 10 dexterity. That's crazy. But when you look at the Huntress, the only thing that you get dexterity from is your armor, or the untiered trap, which is the coral trap, the coral venom trap, does give you 2 dexterity. 2 dexterity. And 2 speed. But 2 dexterity. Like, that's nothing. I mean, you don't even know. You can't even tell the difference between 2 dexterity and no 2 dexterity. It's really weird. So, pretty much, if I were you, go for the archer. Now, the Huntress, a lot of people will use the Huntress for fame farming because it's so easy to not use the trap. I mean, I really don't have to use the trap. But pretty much, the Huntress is pretty much a copy of the archer, just like mixed with an assassin, which is really weird. So, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And the only reason I have a Huntress and not an archer is because my archer died, and he's 5 stars. So my archer is pretty much done. I'm just trying to get my Huntress 5-starred. But really, other than that, I love archer way more than the Huntress. The Huntress pretty much is just kind of a sad excuse for class, in my opinion. It's kind of like I don't know. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you guys in the next video. And remember, if you're watching this before June 8th, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will be hosting my 5,000 sub event. Check the description for the information. And if you're watching this after June 8th, 2013, then the event's already over. Sorry. But anyways, guys, see you guys later.